Hi, Sagittarius. This is your reading for the 1st to the 7th of August 2022. And I have to think about that for a minute, but I've been doing a lot of readings. So, the overall energy for the month of August for you talks about you feeling a loss of direction and purpose. There may even be a semblance of misuse of powers. Someone is misusing their powers in direction to you, or perhaps you to them. It does talk about selfishness, talk about rage, talks about rebellion, mindless bullying and violence that is taking place perhaps in your life or in the world around you. Now, it also talks about scattering your energies. You have way too much going on, and you're trying to pull away from some responsibilities. Perhaps you're wanting to do part-time duty, okay? But it does talk about impediments for a situation to move forward in the direction you want. Perhaps it's a financial impediment. It could be a financial, it could be a situational impediment where things just aren't going in the direction that you want. And that's going to happen in the month of August. So be vigilant, be wary of that, okay? Especially with that bullying and the rebellion and the violence, okay? Be very aware of anybody who's unable to control their emotions, and try to steer clear of those situations or those circumstances, or perhaps even those people. Now, in the first couple of days of that first week, it talks about someone trying to prove themselves in some capacity in the outer world. And it does talk about this being a male, okay? A male figure, and it would be an earth sign. So that would be a Virgo, a Capricorn, or a Taurus. Now, this could be someone that you work with. This could be a family member. This could be a friend. This could be a coworker. Somebody is trying to prove that they're capable, okay? And they're looking for acknowledgement from you. They're basically saying to you, okay, look at, do you see what I'm doing? Like, do you think I'm doing it right? They're looking for accolades. They're looking for you to give them some type of praise, okay? Now, I don't know if this is a child. This could be a child of yours. This could be a friend. This could be a partner. This could be someone that you're in a new relationship with. Or this could be someone that you're caretaking for. This could be someone that you're providing services for, okay? And they're looking for acknowledgement of something that they have done. Now, it does talk about perhaps perhaps this is you, perhaps you're trying to prove your worth or your competence. You're trying to prove that you can do this, whatever the situational circumstance may be. You're trying to prove that you're capable. So maybe you're hoping on, because there is a semblance of healthcare. So it's almost like you're hoping on being able to take care of someone else, okay? You want everybody to acknowledge that perhaps you know what you're doing. When maybe you do, maybe you don't, but you're looking for that acknowledgement, and you're trying to prove that you're doing things the right way and the ethical way. But it does talk about you getting bogged down with the details, okay? Now, somebody is being very insistent. Now, this may be you, this may be a family member, this may be a friend, a coworker, a child, a teacher, whoever, a mentor, okay? And they're very, very focused on the details. They want to know everything. It's very insistent on very details, right to the finest, minute details. They want to know everything. And they have this rigid attitude where they're not willing to take, like, let's say they ask you a question, you don't have the answer. They're not willing to take, oh, well, I don't know. Okay, for an answer. They want an answer, and they're not going to take anything but an answer, and an answer that gives them the details that they want. Now, it does talk about someone in your life who's perhaps looking for work and looking for work elsewhere, okay? Trying to branch out into a new field, a new endeavor, or a new location. And perhaps they're asking you, maybe they're asking you if they can come stay with you while they look for work. Now, it does talk about getting involved, but there's obstacles to being involved. And perhaps this person needs an upgrade or extra courses to get noticed. And this may even be you. Maybe you're looking to upgrade your skills. But it does talk about details in resumes and other paperwork need to be looked at, okay? Issues with resumes and details in your resumes, perhaps even References, perhaps you're having to be very detail orientated with your references and pick specific references for specific tasks. And this may be someone asking you to give them a reference. Maybe they're looking for work and they're saying, okay, you're my friend, you were my coworker, I worked with you, you knew me, will you give me a reference so I can move forward? So in the middle couple of days of that first week, okay, it talks about it's going to take extra work to get what you want. And it does talk about worries that you're having about children who are far away, who are troubled, okay? So there might be something going on in a child's life in your circle of energy, whether it be your child or someone that you care about. And it talks about you needing to visualize a positive attitude, okay? Visualize something positive happening in order to manifest it. But it also talks about possibly a child, or perhaps even yourself, Sagittarius, that you're clinging to childish motives or ideas. Maybe there's even a little bit of vindictiveness that you're bringing into the future with you. And it talks about you needing to release that in order to move on. It talks about downplaying your accomplishments. So maybe you're basically, what you're doing is you don't think that anybody respects what it is that you're doing. So you downplay it to see if they feel the same way, for them to encourage them to talk about it. Okay? Or maybe this is you. Maybe you're downplaying somebody else's accomplishments and they're feeling uncomfortable with it, okay? Now, it does talk about you feeling uncomfortable about speaking in public. So maybe you're being asked to be a public speaker or do some mentoring of sorts, and you're feeling very uncomfortable about it, okay? Maybe you're shy. Maybe you're shy about showing could even be affection. Maybe your partner is looking for you to show them affection in public so that they feel secure and they feel like they can count on you, that you respect them, that you love them, that you care for them, whatever it may be, whether it be a friend or a partner. So possibly they're looking for you to show that affection or that respect publicly, to stand up for them in some way. And you know, it also talks about someone who has problems with their ego. So, I don't know, Sagittarius, do you have problems with your ego? Is your ego inflated or is it underinflated? Because it can go both ways, okay? So perhaps there's something that you're bringing from the past that has made you feel insecure, and you need to let that go so you can move into the future in a stronger and more self-confident way, okay? And it may be a relationship that you have to let go of. And that relationship may be with an earth sign individual, an earth sign female, actually. So maybe there was an earth sign female in your life, and that would be Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. And perhaps, maybe this was a parental figure, okay? Or anybody who is close to you in an authoritative type of way, a parent, an aunt, a godparent, whatever it may be, a mentor, a teacher, a boss, okay? And maybe they put you down a lot. Maybe you grew up learning that everything you did needed to be second guessed, or that everything you did needed to be questioned, okay? So you have that lack of confidence. And it's talking about you needing to let go of that relationship and that past hurt, letting it go. Especially in the month of August, it's talking about you being basically guided by the divine to let that energy go so you can build a stronger relationship with the people around you. Now, as you're moving into the latter part of that first week, it talks about money coming in, and a lot of money, okay? It talks about you starting a new project, talks about you making an investment, and there is a semblance of moving toward prosperity, okay? So you're moving toward prosperity. Now, it does talk about possibly, maybe you weren't aware that this money was coming to you, or maybe you're a little surprised that you have this money coming to you, okay? So it might be an unexpected, pleasant surprise. But it does talk about you wearing the victor's crown, okay, for all to see. You're basically shining your light. You've basically accomplished what it is that you set out to accomplish. And it still talks about you having to be very cautious with future investments. But it looks like financially, you hold the victor's crown. So as you're moving into the latter part of that first week of August, it looks like all your hard work has paid off. All your initiative has paid off. Indeed, you're pulling away from relationships that were holding you back, that were making you feel a lack of confidence. And perhaps whoever this person is that was hoping on being able to perhaps live with you, and perhaps there were impediments to that happening. Maybe their health was bad, or maybe your health was bad, or finances, whatever it may be. Everything happens when it's supposed to happen, and everything happens as it's supposed to happen. So be aware of that, be confident, be faithful that your life is moving in the direction that the divine wants it to go. And I shall see you over in that second week. Namaste. Bye.